3 neighborhoods for millennials in Northeast Los Angeles. Here are my top 3 choices for the best neighborhoods in LA for millennials. Now, I narrowed it down because LA County is huge. So we're looking at Northeast Los Angeles. So narrow it down, you're in California, you want to go to LA. LA is huge. So from LA County to the city of LA to Northeast LA. Northeast LA is one of that neighborhoods for first-time home buyers. So if you're coming to LA from LAX, don't go to Hollywood Boulevard. Don't take the tour bus to see what real estate is out there. If you're thinking about Hollywood Hills, yeah, maybe West Hollywood, Hollywood Hills, some parts of Beverly Hills.
2,000 years later.
Today's video is the top 3 neighborhoods for millennials. Number 3 is Highland Park, number 2 is Atwater Village, and number 1 is Mount Washington. Take a drive to Mount Washington so you can see why I chose it for being the number 1 neighborhood for millennials in Northeast Los Angeles. Okay, enough talking. Let's get started with the tour. This was the house we were looking for, 3787 Glen Alvin Drive, Mount Washington, LA 90065. It's listed at $1,299,000. It's a 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom home with 2,416 square feet of living space. one neighborhood for millennials in Northeast LA is Mount Washington. Move your big head. Okay.
Avenue. Then turn left onto Mount Washington Drive.
If you're considering a move to Mount Washington in Northeast LA, here's some reasons why Mount Washington should be at the top of your list. First, Mount Washington offers stunning views of the city with its hilly terrain and unique location. Living in Mount Washington means being surrounded by nature, parks, hiking trails nearby, and more. This neighborhood has a strong sense of community with local events and a welcoming atmosphere. Mount Washington is known for its diverse architecture with a mix of vintage homes and modern designs. The area has been significant appreciation in property values over the years, making it a smart investment. Mount Washington is centrally located with easy access to downtown LA and other popular neighborhoods. For those with children, the neighborhood has top-rated schools and educational opportunities. Mount Washington is home to a thriving art scene with many local galleries and performance venues. The area has a variety of dining options ranging from trendy cafes to family-owned restaurants. That's why I feel Mount Washington is a peaceful and quiet place to live away from the hustle and bustle of the city. Wow, look at this. Look at that for sale. this area? What would make you want to move here? Besides, you know, probably number one would be a job relocation, or maybe family is growing, right? Or downsizing. I don't know. A lot of these homes, some do not look kid friendly, just because, you know, they're kind of stacked on top of each other. And even though, as I say that, there's a slow children at play sign. So you really can't be judgmental just because if it's not meant for you, you know, it's one size doesn't fit all. If you were to suggest this neighborhood, and again, my top 3 neighborhoods for millennials, Mount Washington is number 1. It's very calm and peaceful up here, and I just love the feeling. It doesn't feel like you're in Northeast LA. It feels very beautiful, serene up here. There's a lot of traffic though. For being in the middle of nowhere up high, there's a few. And I did stop to talk to a lady. I don't know if I was recording. I don't know if I was recording. I asked her, what does it feel like to be on top of the world? And she turned around. She probably thought I was cuckoo. She turned around and she laughed at me. She says, it feels pretty darn good. Alright, here's the public. We're going to be hitting Figueroa in just a moment. So what are your thoughts in this area? Mount Washington, it's one of my Highland Park and Mount Washington.